Okay, in this video we're gonna go through practice test 2. Let's see the first question. Is the following relation a function or not? Why? So you see here, when you answer it, you need to say yes or no, right? Yes or no, and then answer why. Why is more important. So this one is not a function, right? Not a function. Not a function, right? Why? Because of this point and this point. Right, so here you have those 2 points and 2e. These 2 points match with the same output. Sorry, match with 2 outputs. 2 outputs. Or you can see 2. You can see 2 matches with 2 outputs. Or you can use the other words like 2 corresponding to different numbers. Right now, let's see the second one, find the domain and range, right? Find the domain and range. So the domain, this one pretty simple. The domain just all the x value, right? All the x value. But you should use brackets. Since this is a set, right? A set, use brackets. This means a set of a collection of these 5 numbers. Right? Now the range. Here it is a set of all the y values. Just copy them, do not copy the wrong. And double check, right? After you finish, double check e -3, 5, 8, 50. All those are the x coordinate, and 1, 4, 6, 15, 100. All these are the y coordinates. Okay, the third one, find the domain, and you can see here, this is the denominator, right? And the denominator, and the variable is in the denominator. So you should know that x minus 3 cannot be 0. So you will get x cannot be negative, cannot be 3, right? Just both sides plus 3. So now you can see the right solution in the interval notation, right? In the interval notation. So what you're gonna do, interval notation, if you draw a number line, right? Draw a number line, that means here's a 3, you just need a 3. The corner looks like this, so it can be any value on the left side of 3, and that can be any value on the right side of 3, right? But not the value as 3. So then you write this as the interval notation. The interval notation here, the interval notation, right? So you should write it as the interval notation. It can be negative infinity to 3, and you have another set with 3 to infinity. This is corresponding to those 2 intervals on the graph. And you use a union sign, alright, to represent the domain is the combination of those 2 sets. Use the union, alright. Use this sign, U, it means union. Okay, question 4. Question 4 is find domain also, right? But this is in the interval notation, right? Yes, sorry, this is the square root, right? Square root. So you should make sure inside of square root greater than or equal to 0. Then both sides plus 8, you will get greater than or equal to 8, right? And again, you want to write this as the interval notation, you see here. So you find 8, all the values greater than 8, greater than equal to 8. That means this part, this part. We write this as the interval notation. It's gonna be from 8 to infinity. You see, every time you see negative infinity or positive infinity, you use the parentheses next to infinity or negative infinity. The values it depend on the use brackets or parentheses. It depend on the value here, right? Depend on this sign. If it's greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, then you use brackets. If it's greater than, you see here, greater than, less than, you use the parentheses. Use parentheses. Greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, use brackets. Brackets. Okay, number 5. Number 5 is find. This is what number 5 is find the. Sorry. Number 5 is to find the combination, right? Combination of f with g and g with f. You should realize those two usually are not equal. G circle f and f circle g. Okay, let's do the first one. F circle g of x. This is the definition. Is gonna equal to f of g of x. So g of x equal to what? Equal to x minus 2. So plug g of x equal to x minus 2. Right? So here since g of x equal to x minus 2, so you just replace g of x with x minus 2. And then you're gonna look at what is f of x. F of x is x squared minus 1. But now we ask you f of x minus 2. Right? So just replace x with x minus 2, right? Replace x with x minus 2 in the function of f of x. So now it's become where it's x squared now become x minus 2 squared. And then minus 1. Then cancel the parentheses, right? Cancel the parentheses. I have x squared minus 4x plus 4 minus 1. So it's x squared minus 4x plus 3. Okay, this is the f circle g of x. Next one is g circle f of x. This one is similar. Let's follow the process g of f of x. So it's equal to g of f of x equal to x squared minus 1. So it's equal to g of x minus 1. And then g is what? G is x minus 2, right? So I replace x with x squared minus 1. So x squared minus 1, then minus 2. So it's x squared minus 3. Right? You can use a box to label all your final answers. This one doesn't match. Okay, number 6. Find the value of f2. You see this one is the evaluating function, right? Evaluating function. So just replace x with the corresponding value. So f of 2, just replace x with 2 is negative 2 squared. And here you don't need to use parentheses since it's just one number, right? Just one number. But the next one you're gonna use the parentheses. Here you're gonna use the minus negative x minus 4 squared, right? Then plus 3 times x minus 4, then plus 7. So the first one is x minus 2 squared plus 3 times 2 and then plus 7. Let me write the last one also, and then do the simplification. Negative x plus k squared, and then plus 3 times x plus k, and then plus 7. Alright, the rest just simplification. The first one, 2 squared is 4, so it's negative 4. and then plus 3 times 2 is 6, then plus 7, so finally you get 9. Okay. This one you need to cancel the parentheses, so the negative x minus 4 squared it becomes x squared minus 8x plus 16, and then plus 3x minus 12, then plus 7. Right, use a different color. So here it is equal to negative x squared plus 8x minus 16. So here, right, you just change all the signs when you remove the parentheses. Since there is negative sign in front of it. So positive become negative. Minus ax become plus ax. Plus 16 become minus 16. And then plus 3x minus 12 plus 7. You only have one x squared, right? You only have one x squared here, so just negative x squared. And x, you have two terms, combine them together, plus 11x. Now all the numbers, combine them together, you have minus 16 minus 12 is minus 28, and plus 7 to minus 21. Okay. Now see the last one. You see the last one and the first and second one are similar, just here the minus 4, here the plus k, right? When you see it has letters, you should be happy, since usually if you use letters, it should be a little bit easier. Negative x squared plus 2kx, then plus k squared, then plus 3x plus 3k plus 7. So remove negative sign and parentheses, change all the signs, become negative x squared, and minus 2kx, and plus k squared, then plus 3x plus 3k plus 7. So you only have one negative x squared, and those two you can combine them together, it become let's say plus, I use plus. So inside negative 2k plus 3x, combine like terms, right? Then plus kx squared plus 3k plus 7. So this is the final answer. Okay, see next one. Sketch the piecewise functions. Show your work. You should show your work, right? How to show your work? Find the points, right? So here, for this function, we can label this as L1. L1 is y equal to 3x plus 1. This is for x less than or equal to 0. So you can find 2 points on this one. You let x equal to 0 first. So plug x equal 0 inside, you get y equal to 1, right? And then you can let x equal to, this is let x equal to 0, right? So you get this point. Then you can let x equal to negative 1. You have to be a number less than or equal to 0, right? That's negative 1. So here y equal to 3 times negative 1, and then plus 1. 3 times negative 1 is 3, and plus 1 is 4, right? It's 4. So this point is negative 1 and 4. Plug those points inside. So 0, 1, and negative 1, 4. 0, 1, negative 1, 4. There, 0, 1 is this point, and this point, 0, 1, and negative 1, 4, negative 1, 4 is this point, connect them. But you realize this is the domain, x less than or equal to 0, right? So you cannot use any value which is greater than 0, right? Use all the values less than 0. So I don't have a ruler here. Let's see, what can I use? It's hard to draw to use the ruler on the screen, but you should make sure this is a line, right? This is a straight line. Let me see where the ruler. I have to find the ruler. Okay, no ruler. Negative 2 points, right? You can label the points. You can label. Let me use a different color. All right. Use the arrow. That means go that side. You can label these points. This point is negative 1, 4. But you don't have to, since if you plug the point correctly, we can see its coordinate. This is the function 1, right? Now let's see another function. It's gonna be L2. L2 gonna be f of x or y equal to negative 2 plus 6, and here should make sure x greater than 0. So you cannot use 0. You know, when x equal to 0, you're gonna get a circle. Here you're gonna get a circle no matter where you find the point. Alright, use a circle since x equal to 0 is exclusive on this line. Alright, so here you let x equal to, let's say, 1. Then f of 1 equal to negative 2 times 1 plus 6, so it's 4. So 1, 4, 1, 4, this point. 1, 4. Now let x equal to another value, let x equal to 2. So f of 2 equal to negative 2 times 2 plus 6, so it is 2. When x is 2, the function value is 2, so it's this one. Right, this one. Okay, again, you use the ruler to connect them. Again, you see here when x equal to 0, you should put a circle here, alright? Put a circle. You see when x equal to 0, y should equal to 6, but realize this point is not on this graph, so it should be a circle. Alright. Let me check this again. Okay, it's right. You can label the points, right? You can label the points. This is 2, 2. Okay, two more questions. Is this even or odd? This one is odd. Alright, this one is odd. You use the definition to prove it. How to use definition? You need to figure out f of negative x. Then replace all the x with negative x, right? Since you have a negative sign, you keep the parentheses. And then remove the parentheses. So negative x cubed, it means negative x times negative x, then times negative x, right? So 3 negative sign, 2 of them cancelled, you only have 1 negative sign, become this. Negative x cubed. Negative x to the fifth, similar, so it's negative x to the fifth. And you compare this with f of x, you can see they are not equal, right? They are not equal. Since here there is no negative sign, but here you have 2 negative signs. But then you can factor negative sign out, it will become x cubed plus x to the fifth. And then you can see the inside here, this is f of x. So it's a negative f of x. And now you can see the left side of the equation is f over negative x. And right side is negative f of x. So now you can see, based on the definition, this is the odd function, right? It's the odd function. Alright, number 9. Describe the sequence of transformation from F to G. This one, I think maybe it's a challenge for some students. But you need to do this step by step. Alright. So what I'm gonna do from f of x, I'm gonna f of x equal to x squared. I'm gonna get this one first. Let's get a negative first. Alright. Let's go to f1 equal to negative x squared. So this one, what I'm gonna do, you just reflect about y-axis, right? Reflect in Sorry, reflecting x-axis, right? Reflecting x-axis. And from this one, we can get f2 of x is equal to, let's see, let's stretch it first to negative 1/2 of x squared. So this one is a vertical shrink, or a vertical shrink. So you shrink vertically, shrink vertically by 1/2 or by 2, by 1/2. Some I need to do research. I didn't do it yet by 2 or by 1/2. Okay, I'm gonna do research later. Here question. And after this one, then you're gonna move to f03. f03 gonna be negative 1/2 x. Here we can minus 3 square. This one is easy. You just shift to the right, right? This is shift to the right. Shift 3 units to the right. And then last one is gonna be to equal to g now, right? Equal to g. So negative 1/2 x minus 3 squared, then plus 5. This is just shift up, right? Shift up, shift up, shift 5 units up. The last question. This one very easy, just the sum, difference, product, and quotient. So the sum f of x plus g of x, it's equal to just 4x minus 2, then plus x squared plus 3. Rewrite this in the order, right? X squared plus 4x, then negative 2 plus 3 is 1, right? This is, and then the difference, right? The difference f, this one actually equal to f of x minus g of x. The first one is f plus g of x equal to this. So here is f of x, it is 4x minus 2, and minus g of x is x squared plus 3. So remove the parentheses, is 4x minus 2 minus x squared minus 3. So it's a negative x squared plus 4x minus 5. Okay, then the product is just equal to f of x times g of x equal to 4x minus 2 times x squared plus 3. Here you need use the FOIL or whatever, So it's a 4x squared or 4x cubed. This is 4x cubed. Then 4x times 3 is 12x. Then negative 2 times x squared, negative 2 times 3. Then list them in order, so it's 4x cubed minus 2x squared plus 12x minus 6. And then the last one, just quotient. Quotient usually it's easy, since usually you just try to simplify it, but this one cannot be simplified. So that's it. And the denominator you see here, x squared plus 3, it cannot be 0, since x squared is a non-negative number, and then plus 3 is going to be always greater than or equal to 3. So it cannot be 0. Right, that's it. Thank you.